Over the weekend, deputies made 12 arrests, handled 644 calls for service, and conducted 185 traffic stops.
Flagler County Sheriff's Office deputies had a busy weekend keeping the community safe. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley has your weekend roundup.
Some of the noteworthy arrests involved domestic disturbance, and in one case, a handgun was pointed at the victim. Domestic disturbance will land you in jail every time, and if you use a weapon, you'll make it automatically into a felony. In another case, a Bunnell woman was arrested for shoplifting at Target, and she's a multi-time offender for stealing. She also went to the Green Roof Inn. And finally, a person that was involved in a vehicle crash at State Road 100 in Bulldog Drive had been driving on a suspended license since 2011 when he lost it for DUI. He was also found in possession of methamphetamine. I guess he'll never learn he's not allowed to drive. Another weekend full of activity, but a great job by our deputies.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Tuesday, August 13th. Palm Coast City Council has a workshop meeting this morning getting started at 9 a.m. Director of Communications and Marketing, Brittany Kershaw, has a preview.
There are several presentations on the agenda. During the workshop meeting, these are for discussion only with the City Council members and no decisions will be made. So the first presentation up for discussion will be a presentation by Financial Services for the remaining funds that have not previously been workshopped, including capital, internal services, and special revenue funds. Following that, Parks and Recreation will do a presentation on alternative funding measures to preserve arts, culture, and history in Palm Coast. Some of the topics up for discussion will be a percentage of arts ordinance, non-percentage based funding, a bond referendum, and reclassifying arts, culture, and history away from Parks and Recreation. Then Parks and Rec will also present a resolution for an agreement between the City of Palm Coast and the Flagler County Cultural Council to administer the Cultural Arts Grant Program. And this enhances our local arts and culture and is an annual reoccurring program. Then Parks and Rec will present a resolution approving a master services agreement with the Palm Coast Historical Society and Museum. And this agreement includes financial assistance, use of facilities, and support for the Palm Coast Historical Society's programs and events. Following Parks and Rec's presentations, the City Administration will discuss the City Council workshop meeting schedule and the possibility of adding an additional monthly workshop meeting to the Council's schedule. And finally, the Community Development Department will deliver a presentation on the next steps for completing the Imagine 2050 Comprehensive Plan update. For our workshop meetings, we have public comment available at the beginning and end of the meeting, as well as on each agenda item, and this gives the public a chance to address City Council to have their voice heard. The community is invited to attend in person, but if you cannot attend in person, you are welcome to view the meeting on the City of Palm Coast YouTube channel.
The meeting begins at 9 a.m. in the community wing at City Hall. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. How can you be an informed voter?
Professor Dr. Joe Saviak says you need to do your homework before you go to the polls. While it may have been easier back in the day, there's information coming at you from everywhere now. He said get a sample ballot from the elections office if they haven't sent one to you.
I highly recommend the sample ballot. It gives you the opportunity to read through all the races as well as all the issues on the ballot.
As we know, Florida has some big issues on the vote this year. Saviak said, read the physical impact statements for each amendment.
That is an important aspect to it. In other words, what is this going to cost?
Saviak said that it's a part of being an informed voter and knowing not only your vote counts, but how it counts. You can listen to the Business Report here on WNZF Saturday mornings at 10 and on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, it's up to you to find the right information. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
The Department of Health in Flagler County is hosting a series of 4 free tobacco quit group sessions every Wednesday starting August 21st through September 11th from 5:30 to 6:30 in the evening. This series is for expecting and new mothers or anyone in the family that wants to quit tobacco. The sessions are free and include free nicotine replacement therapy such as patches and gum. The sessions will help you develop a personalized quit plan. And according to the Department of Health, attending the sessions more than doubles your chances of success. For more information, contact the Florida Department of Health in Flagler County. And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.